In the lead up to Absolute Green Lantern #1, I was worried it'd be the first flop in the Absolute DC line. Changes to the Green Lantern lore, and making Hal Jordan, the villain, once again seem like a recipe for disaster. But after issue 2, I can confidently say that Absolute Green Lantern is my favorite Absolute DC title. Hey Internet, I'm Chris, and this is a place on the internet where I talk about comics, movies, games, and things I'm generally passionate about. If you want to hear more about the Absolute DC line, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Absolute Green Lantern issue #2. Wow. I just want to formally apologize to Al Ewing and Janoy Lindsay. If you've watched this channel, I've made plenty of videos on the Absolute DC line. I was a little concerned about Absolute Green Lantern, and 2 issues in, I'm like, yeah, this is fire. I don't know why I doubted it in the slightest. Al Ewing, I was familiar with your game, but after making MJ Venom, I thought maybe, hey, there's a fall off, but this is just amazing. It's a great book, and even Janoy Lindsay, I'm not familiar with their work at all. Some of the preview art didn't look great, but just the storytelling along with Al Ewing and all those things, I'm like, wow, like I have to find more Janoy Lindsay books now. Now I'm a fan. Now I'm completely bought in. And Absolute Green Lantern #2, what's great about it is that it still continues the mystery of what this Green Lantern is in this new Absolute universe. We still don't know what the power is. We still don't know what the black hand, that energy that's consuming Hal Jordan's hand, is. Yet you're still like really engaged. It's like Absolute Martian Manhunter, where it's like it's so different, and you're still like, you know, really looking at every little detail. And there's some things that you might not like or you might find a little weird. Like in this issue, we're introduced to Guy Gardner. He was mentioned in the first issue, but in this one, he's the sheriff of the town. And he goes up against Abin Sur, who looks nothing like his mainline counterpart and is scary for some reason. And it's a first contact story. But yeah, you get Guy Gardner, who is bald. What? I mean, like, no bowl cut, no nothing, just a beard, a red beard. And yes, he's a little cocky and stuff like that, but like, the sheriff of a town, a little overweight, like it's not the Guy Gardner. And then immediately he's the first person that's killed by Abin Sur. Insane. Now he's judged, who knows what that means. He's consumed by the green energy, the green light, and we don't know, like, hey, is he dead or what's going on? Now the other officers that that were along with Guy are definitely dead because they get their hands cut off, their heads cut off. Abin Sur is ruthless. He's not someone, and that's what's crazy about it. Al Ewing has sort of described this as a first contact story, biblical and sort of like its nature and all that. And you're just seeing all these things happen. They're almost, like Al described, biblical in terms of the way the events are unfolding. And you see Joe Mullen, who is the star of this new series, and they find Hal Jordan, and Hal's in a diner after he had killed everyone with his new power, and they're sort of having a discussion. And even though like you have this story where this issue they're talking in a diner, like Janoy's art is really engaging. The way he's conveying emotion, especially in Hal, who's scared and confused, and then also Joe, who's scared and confused. And we haven't seen any sort of show of power from Joe Mullen. Like, we've seen her turn green, we know she has a ring, but we don't know what the Green Lantern light can do. And then also John has a really heroic moment. It's just like an amazing like second issue. Strangely enough, I think issue 2 is better than issue 1. Usually with issue 1s, like, they're introducing a lot of things and stuff like that. I kind of wish they had made issue 1 a double-sized issue, because I think if they had this piece to that story, it would have been a perfect introduction to the story and all that, because you have so many different like little details that are in this. And there's so many little nuggets that I feel like as you read the series, you'll have to go back and kind of like look at. Like, there's references to the fire, which I think is a reference to Alan Scott, who we know like does not draw power from Oa and all those things in the mainline universe. So I wonder like how Al is sort of integrating all these different aspects of the Green Lantern lore into this new book. And I wonder why Abin Sur has arrived. He's talking about judgment, the light, and then also like how, like, it's just so many different things that are going on in this book, and I cannot recommend it enough. Like I said, I completely underestimated it. Even though I love Immortal Hulk, I was not expecting this book to be what it is. It's a great sci-fi story. It's a great Green Lantern story, and I wonder after this first arc where it's gonna land in terms of the absolute DC line. These first two issues, it's at the top of my list, top of the pile right now, along with Absolute Martian Manhunter and Absolute Batman. Absolute Flash is picking up. Absolute Superman, still really great. Absolute Wonder Woman, but there's just something going on in Absolute Green Lantern that, like, when I was reading this book, I was just like, what? What? And it's exactly what an absolute book should be. It's it's got me sort of on the edge of my seat, and then also I'm like genuinely interested in the mystery of what this Green Lantern lore is. 10 out of 10, probably one of the best superhero books I've read all year, like single issues. I need to start writing these things down so I can make a list at the end of the year or something. But yeah, as you can see, I've not let go of this book, this whole review. So read Absolute Green Lantern. Shout out to Al Ewing and Janoy Lindsay. This 10 out of 10. And what do you guys think? Are you guys reading Absolute Green Lantern? Do you like the changes that have been done to the lore? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.